Yo, yo, yo. It's your boy DJ Mark J. And as people start coming in here, because right now I don't see no. Oh, here they come. Here they come. They starting to walk in the club. They starting to walk in the club right now. It's DJ Mark J. It's a Tuesday, and why this guy calling me now? He know I'm live, but I'll talk to him later. It's a Tuesday, a fine Tuesday, coming off of a weekend, rolling into the summer, the last weeks of summer. And every once in a while, this is what we do. We decide to come on live because there's topics that we want to talk about that mean something. And this is going to be a special topic because it's about our city. It's not about in general. It's not about this person. It's not about that person. It's about the city that we house right here. People talk about DJs, MCs, things going on in the city all the time. There have been a couple of comments that people were very vocal about. People were very emotional about this week. But right here, we gonna talk about it. And I got some of the best people, some representatives in the city, landmark people in the city, people that are in my circle that I dealt with, will continue to deal with, and they're gonna help me help you guys. We're gonna educate each other, and we want to be educated because number one, we on here, we want to know what you guys think. We want y'all to interact. We want y'all to check in. Like say for instance, right now, I see some people online. Check in the chat. Let us know who you are. Let us know where you checking in from, and just just vibe with us real quick. But I'm gonna bring all of them on at one time, and we gonna talk about it. Now, I got my man DJ Hammer in the building.
Yo.
I got my man Woody in the building.
What's up, y'all?
DJ Ron in the building. And I have K Monte. She just dropped off. She must be having some technical difficulties, but we're going to give her because we got to have a lady on the set. Got to have a lady on the set. Now, we're going to let some people, just chime in because there's a couple of people on. And my secondary source is I'm having some technical difficulties myself. Is my sound all right?
Yeah, you sound good. I hear you on there.
All right, are y'all ready? Okay, there she is. There she is. There she is. Oh, there she go.
Yeah, I got.
There she go. All right, now first, let's just dig into it. Now, I don't want to wait. I want to dig directly into it. I want no foreplay at all. We digging directly in. Straight up. That's what we doing. Now, what's up, DJ Elon?
Yeah, what up, boss?
All right, now I'm gonna dig into
what's good, Elon.
Your comment, your post first, Woody. Your jump first. I'm doing that for a reason. You said from A to F, how do you rate Richmond's nightlife?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna let you start. Number one, the reasoning behind that, and then again, we want to know how you rate Richmond's nightlife.
Okay. When I was speaking of nightlife, let's get this out the way. We're not just talking about clubs. And the reason I said Richmond, because you have Henrico, you have Chesterfield, so I made it strictly about the capital. Let's get that out the way.
Okay.
We're not talking about Short Pump. We're not talking about Goochland. We're not talking about Henrico. You got to get that out the way. I specifically said Richmond nightlife.
So why did you exclusify Richmond without the surrounding cities? Because I don't know if it's just me, but I think the surrounding cities, I consider that Richmond.
No.
Okay.
We're talking about the capital of Virginia.
Gotcha.
The reason I made it specifically about Richmond is because Henrico tax dollars don't come to Richmond. Okay. Chesterfield tax dollars don't come to Richmond.
Okay.
Short Pump tax dollars don't come to Richmond.
Okay.
So we're talking completely about Richmond.
Okay.
So that's the reason I went with the nightlife part.
All right. Now, before I do the round robin, how do you rate it? A to F?
As an F.
Okay. Ron, how do you rate it?
Well, as for me, I wouldn't give it an A.
Okay.
But I'm gonna be 100. Richmond been good to me. So, and I'm not. I'm hearing him clarify now that he's speaking on just Richmond, but I'm thinking when you say Richmond, all surround. But I hear him clarify now. But at the same time, I would give it a B minus maybe, because I mean some of the things could be better in the club scenes, being that me, you, Hammer, a lot of us in the club, so it could be better. But I mean, I don't think that the actual club is the problem. It's the people who comes to the club. The clubs have nothing to do with the actual, you got to fill the clubs with the people to make it actually a club to me, So it's like the support. I say the support. But me, I give like a B minus to answer your question.
Okay. How about you, K Monte?
Ooh. So I'm gonna give it a D.
D. Okay.
Give it a D. And when we say nightlife, I think that's not just only encompassing just the clubs. Of course, we have bars, we have lounges, we have a lot of more lounges now other than clubs.
Mm-hmm.
So our nightlife really caters more to the younger generation, and so it gets a little toxic when you're trying to find a grown and sexy type of environment. And when people come into Richmond, don't have anywhere to go if you want to cater to your age bracket. So I'm going to give it a D. It's more so a lot that goes with nightlife. It goes so with the people, it goes so with the promoters, who owns the joints, like how are they promoting? What are they promoting? So I'm gonna give it a D.
Okay. D. All right. How about you, Hammer?
I guess just from being in it, like I said, we're talking about all-encompassing nightlife, not just clubs. So I'd say a C. For me, like I like what Kamante said and Ron C about, it's the people. It really is the people who cultivate, the scene and what the event is, whether it's an open mic, whether you go into Top Golf. There's stuff to do. It's just the people who are involved in those arenas, I think, that kind of make it what it is. I don't think there's a shortage of places to go. I think there's a shortage of exclusive age range places to go. But I think that's what makes Richmond.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm gonna hit it from two parts, because number one, I got Ron C and I have Hammer, and I'm gonna say, speaking for you guys, I'm speaking for you guys. The city has been excellent to us. So from certain aspects of it, I'm gonna say it's an A, But then again, if I was a patron, I think I would say C, because it is what you make it, depending on your own personal versatility, because if you're looking for a certain thing and that certain thing's not in Richmond per se, then you might look at it as a D or an F. But there is plenty, and I mean plenty of things to do in the city of Richmond. When you get to the clubs, like if you're looking for the Ivories and the Ebony Islands and stuff we used to do,
they go.
well, and to Ron C's point, we have to say, does Richmond assume responsibility for where we are in the nightlife? Go ahead, Ron.
I do want to clarify one thing.
Okay.
If you were one of the people that viewed Woody's post, I do want to clarify that Woody's my brother. Me and Woody goes back and forth all the time, face to face, Facebook, whatever you call it. That's my brother. There's no beef there. That's all love. Matter of fact, I want to put that out there. But
always,
yeah, always. And I do want to say that I don't disagree with everything Woody said. The nightlife probably could be better, like Mark J said, depending on what side you're on. Like us as DJs, it's been pretty good to us, some of us. I don't know. I can't speak for every DJ, but it's been good to a lot of us. But as me, I don't get to go out a lot. So when I do get to go out, it seems like everything is good, because if I go see Hammer, I'm like, oh, this don't turn. If I go see Mark J, I'm like, it's lit. But only thing I know is what I do when I'm in the club, and I'm in the club every weekend, so I don't get to have fun. I mean, I'm having fun doing what I do, but it's just that, and I've seen a lot of people rated F. But then I look at the people who rated F. You're in the club every weekend. and I'm trying to see like, and now don't get it twisted. You might just settle, but for my dollars, I can't pay $10 to $15 to maybe $20 every weekend to settle.
I feel it.
Like I looked at, and I got a shout out Mike Jones. He made a comment like it's a lot of things to do in Richmond if you open your mind to doing something different other than clubbing.
Yep.
And then, like you say, you don't have a lot of clubs nowadays. You have lounges. And then you have most of the restaurants taking over all the party scenes. I'm talking about we got all the crab places, the seafood places, restaurants, House of Soul. Shout out to House of Soul. You know, a lot of restaurants that's out there doing their thing. Carlene, you know, all them doing Jackie's. Everything is jumping, but you know, also it's a competition. Who can get the most people and who get people not satisfied with a little bit people here, a little bit people there. You know, everybody want all the people. Exactly. And then that's where we come in at. Like Ron C, can you bring this crowd? Mark J, can you bring this crowd? Hammer, can you bring this crowd? K Monte, you MC, can you bring this crowd? It's the weight on us. Then when them people don't show up because it's a big concert or something, DJ Ron C at the restaurant, but it's a big concert over here. Well, why the people ain't coming, Ron C? Because you had me here on the day Carlene had the big concert. You know, I'm just saying, for example. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, Richmond is, the nightlife is about the people. And if we cater into maybe the 21 and up or even the 30 and up, it's a big difference. It's a difference because, you know, and then I hate to say this, but it's also a personal thing on how people might view you personally.
Mm-hmm.
Because if people don't really care for you on a personal level, then they don't care how great a DJ or MC or promoter or whatever, they're going to stand behind you and talk about you instead of let me go out here and see what they're doing.
Yeah.
So that's my view. But, you know, like
100%.
No, that's the same thing. Me and Woody had a conversation earlier, and I was telling him that.
So,
if people don't like you as a person and your personality, then they probably, no matter how good you DJ, probably are not going to F with you. It's inevitable to, you know, that's your brand is, if you're a D head, then that's just what it is.
Yeah.
You know, what were you going to say, Woody?
I'm breaking up.
Your signal breaking.
Oh man, I'll upgrade your internet.
Into it.
It's an Xfinity.
You need to upgrade. Well, we can bet.
So I'm gonna get more. Can you hear me now?
Nah.
You're breaking up.
Go in the bathroom.
You sound like determined. Yeah. Click your heels 3 times and turn to the left and see if that works.
I think K Monte has something.
Go ahead, K Monte.
Say something while he gets that together. So I think us as in our generation, we know what having a childhood and a livelihood is in regards to having fun.
Right.
We grew up in that era, having fun. We had the Richmond Coliseum. We could go to big shows. We had the Arthur Ashe Center, and we still could go to a nice show. We had Armani's, we had Bojangles, we had Ivory's, we had Bixby's, we had Cherry Lounge. You name it, we had it. And so
they say the cellar door. Remember the cellar door?
The cellar door had that as well. We had the slip. You know, we had all of those clubs. So now that things have changed, first of all, we got to remember we're not back there then. We're here now. Just like hip hop has changed. I don't know all that stuff hip hop, but because hip hop has changed, other things have changed as well.
100%.
So, like for me, and I'm gonna keep it a buck. Not all DJs are really DJs, and I'm that's for DJ. Now it doesn't matter whether you've been on the radio or not, and that's me personally, because I've heard some people who are not radio affiliated as far as DJs are concerned, who can out DJ a radio DJ. I've heard some people. It's basically the quality and the craft that you do. I've been to the club with Ron. I've done things with Ron C. I've done things with Hammer. I've done things with Mark. I think our promoters, for one, they look to still hang on to the DJs that they feel like they have to be committed to. And when I say that you don't have to use the same DJ every time. You don't have to use the same MC every time. There's a difference in what you want and what you want to bring. And if you want to keep on keeping the same thing going, you're going to get the same outcome.
Right.
I need the promoters to think outside of the box. Like get some new fresh in there. You know, don't feel like you're
Is she
obligated
gone?
to don't feel like you're obligated to have to use the same DJ or MC because they've been in Richmond for a long time, or they were on radio, or you have a connection with them. Take a step out, a leap out on faith. I left Richmond about 12, 13 years ago.
Don't say it yet. Don't say it yet. Don't say it yet. Because I'm gonna hit Woody with a question off of what you've been through. Don't tell him yet.
You gotta unfreeze Woody first. You gotta unfreeze Woody first.
They're dealing with the same thing as well. They're dealing with, they may have more nightlife as far as clubbing is concerned, but they still have a lot of bars and a lot of lounges. Mm-hmm. And I'm finding that when people don't work with others, mm-hmm. This business is a cutthroat business. It's cutthroat to the heart. So you got to know your place. You got to know where you stand, and you also need to be confident in where you stand. So for me, going out now is not fun anymore because I'm going out with people who don't really know the music that we're playing. Like they want you to go straight to trap. Mm-hmm. No, nobody want to hear all that, but that's a problem because the clubs that we have, they're letting anybody in. I can't be in a club with somebody who's 21 years old and they think that Migos is, and no pun intended, but they think that the Migos is the hottest rap group ever in life. No, they're not. It's all in how you promote and what environment how you want your environment to be. So I think that plays a big part on our nightlife because they are not promoting what they need to promote in a professional way of saying, okay, we don't want no youngins in here tonight. We want the old heads in here. Or they can say, we want 35 and up, or we want 35 and down. They're not because honestly, people are not coming out anymore. That's just like people are not listening to radio anymore. They got streaming devices, everything going on with that. You got to think outside of the box, and you got to remember, you pick a DJ pertaining to what kind of crowd you want. And that's just me simply put. You pick a DJ on what kind of crowd you want. If you want a DJ that's young, who plays all trap, then they need to go to the after hour spots. They need to go to the young spots. If you want a DJ who knows music across the board, they can go old and they can come new. Then you gotta spread your wings because not all DJs that were on the radio are the DJs that should get the job. And
let's not pick on.
No. I was on the radio. Right. I get it. So
yes, Lord.
Honestly say that at the end of the day, just because I was on the radio doesn't make me better than the next MC. It gives me a little edge. But what I'm saying is that there are so many other DJs out here in this city who haven't been on radio, who know what they're doing. They know how to transition. They know how to play to their crowd. They know how to blend. They know how to do all of that. They know how to do all of, and they're educated with what they're doing. You can't. And another thing, you get what you pay for.
Every time.
You get what you pay for. So if you want somebody coming there with that one turntable, that CD-ROM and the iPad, and you want them to play and let it do what it is, I'm kicking 100. Because for me, a DJ, if you don't know how to get on 212s, you can do the Serato really good. But if you can't do two techniques for me, then I can't really put that D and that J in there like that for me, because you got to be versatile. Because what if that Serato shut down? And what?
All right, hold on. No, I'm gonna pause you for a second. There's a reason why. Okay.
I'm right here.
I'm definitely not hating on. Well, let's well, first of all, from a promotional standpoint, I'm hitting two sides. From a promotional standpoint, you have to and understand I'm pro DJ all day.
Mm-hmm.
But from a promotional standpoint, you do have to understand what they're trying to do is make money, and for real, you have to name a club that's been in existence for 3 years plus.
Satellite.
What's I'm talking about? they had dinosaurs filter in the satellite.
Okay.
So, no, but seriously, name a urban club.
The boss.
A current club or old
Current.
club?
I mean, current.
Are we talking about restaurants included?
Well,
no,
see, restaurants
are not clubs.
Hold on, Woody. See, that's you because some restaurants after 9 o'clock turn into clubs. So we can't just say they're not clubs because some of them restaurants make most of their money after that 9 o'clock hour.
But on paper, it's still
we're not talking about on paper. We're not talking about on paper. You are the logic. You are the logic of everything.
You have to be. Hold on. It's called 150 North Restaurant and Lounge, 6335 Restaurant and Lounge.
Hold on. No,
Jackie.
We talking about in reality. We talking about reality. We ain't talking about what the name of it is, what the tax brackets is. We're talking about.
But you got to go off that.
No, you don't, because that's none of our business. How they get their money. We talking about what we see.
Well, in reality, a lot of reality. Hold on. A lot of reality, and I know this firsthand. A lot of reality, the restaurants are pushing a lot of buttons they shouldn't be pushed. Because number one, when you say Applebee's, when you say Fridays, when you say Ocean Crab, they're family restaurants.
Yes.
All day. Now, what we do with it, us as a people do with it now, is crossing a lot of lines.
And when have you seen? I didn't mean to cut you off. When have you seen a restaurant still open until 2 o'clock?
A restaurant.
You know what I'm saying? A restaurant, and then most of them shorten their menu for the nightlife. I mean, chicken, fries, and fish, maybe. I'm talking about, but the regular restaurant sells
fried chicken.
You know what I'm saying? So we talk about reality, not what's on paper. We know.
Okay, I can answer that. Based on the noise ordinance and ordinance in the city gives the leeway for that. The city gives the leeway for that.
I don't want to get too technical, number one, because I don't want to get restaurants in trouble. And then again, that's not our issue. Because if somebody hire me from 9 to, I don't care where you hire me to, that's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to deliver you the product that I'm giving you.
That's
you
right.
know what you're getting when you say, "Hey, Mark J, I want you to work from 9 to 12, 9 to 1, 9 to 2. You know what you're getting, and what's going on out there doesn't concern me. They're hiring me for the product that I'm bringing them. Hopefully that's going to talk to their cash register.
And most people not coming out there. I didn't mean to cut you off. Sorry.
No.
Most people ain't coming out 10 o'clock to 2 o'clock to buy no chicken wings.
Unless you got the satellite.
Okay. Let's answer this. Where are the clubs in Richmond?
There are none.
They're not. I mean,
there are none. So you want to go to restaurants?
A club is the people. Wherever you got space for somebody to have a dance or a party, or the club is the people. It's not the actually building. The club is the people. When the people come out,
no,
a little bit wrong. The club is a building. It is a building, but it's a building with certain rules.
Right now, the restaurants are taking over.
That's what's too technical. Yeah. That's what the technicalities of a family restaurant. They pushing a lot of buttons.
But the timeline.
They pushing a lot of buttons.
The timeline is the club time. That clubs start from probably 9 till 2.
9 to 2.
When you get in that club, like 6335 is not 6335 after 9 to 2. It's that, but it's the club. People ain't getting dressed up to go. I'm going to get something to eat. They're going there to enjoy the nightlife. Now, we're not talking about technically the title of what's the 63 restaurant. We're talking about the fun and stuff that we get ready to have when we go in there after 9 till 2.
That we've created, though.
That we created.
Right.
Exactly. And that goes with your fan base. Everybody want to hear a fan base.
Yeah.
If somebody said, "Oh, Hammer's going to be at 6335," that's where I first met you. But at 6335, Hammer going to be there. I'm like, well, look, I'm going out there to party, and I know it's going to be a party. So that means I'm not thinking about the food part. I'm thinking about the atmosphere that he's getting ready to create. which is I hate to say it, but the club atmosphere.
Hey, Ron.
You got to define what a club is.
I got a question, Ron. How long you been in Richmond?
13 years now.
So you know about
living.
As K Monte and Mark J know, down under, you had Paradise Lounge, you had the Cotton Club, you had the Boss. Them was clubs.
I used to DJ at the Boss. I remember
them was clubs
on the big screen TV and the pool table upstairs. I remember.
So you're comparing a restaurant and lounge to a place where there was actually a club where they didn't have to sell food.
No, I'm not comparing it. I'm letting you know what it is now.
They're transferring over.
I'm not comparing. I'm just saying new generation.
You have to chalk it up to the evolution of where we are. Think about it. Okay, I'm gonna look at it like this. I used to play outside in my front yard. I used to go down to the playground or whatever the case is. Do our kids do that right now?
I ain't got no kids.
Same.
So I want to know. So since you said that, Mark J,
okay,
what has happened with the misconnection of that?
Well, that's something that nobody can answer. That's just like, I mean, from CD, like he said, CD-ROMs to flash drives to or turntables to controllers. It's the evolution of where we are now. So nobody really will be able to answer that. But the fact is, right now, I don't know who made the point. Restaurants are a form, let's say, of a club, hands down. And I hold responsibility to that because Applebee's on the Burnham,
that was the DJ in there who can play the music, because back in the day you didn't have DJs in restaurants playing music like that. Just put a DJ in a restaurant doesn't make it like it's a club. It doesn't make it like it's not.
I agree.
When you think about club, you're thinking about going to a club at night. Like he said, it's not based upon the food that you're going to eat. It's based upon the DJ, what you're wearing, the drinks. That's a club.
And the drinks.
So that's what restaurants do.
People are dancing.
I'm gonna disagree.
And the restaurants now have to sell a certain amount of food for them to even stay open.
We don't care about that. We don't care about that.
That's business side stuff. But we're talking about the feel of the environment of the current restaurants and what we're defining a club as. So if we can't get a universal definition of what we are considering a club, we're never going to agree on what it is.
A club doesn't have babies in it. A club doesn't have children.
Fair. I agree with
that. But check this out. Came out to when you saying that you hire a DJ to, well, you saying do they come to I guess a particular place for DJ? I'm gonna agree and disagree, and this is why.
Okay.
You can put a DJ in any spot. He's not gonna create the atmosphere that people want to come and see on a consecutive basis. But you can put a versatile.
You can't be a child. You can't bring your baby.
Right. That's what I'm saying. And nobody can define that because we and everyone on here has to assume responsibility. Who's ever played in a restaurant. Mm-hmm. We don't say, oh, it's a restaurant or it's a club, and we base that decision on whether we want to go there or not. We know what we bring to the table. We know the product that we've created. We know they've hired us based on that product, and we're going to deliver it because we want to get that cheese. Right?
Today, all of this stuff changed. It's changed. It's trickled down, and COVID really made it really a scrappy. So whether you're a restaurant, whether you're a lounge, a bar, this is where we're at right now. Right. But if we got to be fair is fair. A club is not a restaurant, nor is it a lounge. A lounge is a lounge is like a bar, and a bar it's a bar when people sitting in bars. Just so happy they may have a light menu. Okay. A club is somewhere you go in, you pay your money to get into a club. You get your hands stamped. You're going there and dancing. A restaurant,
you get a band on your hand.
Going to eat. You're in matter going to eat, but you just have the plus, the plus of having a DJ there who is actually DJing music while you're eating.
But let's look at the reality of it, K-Monte. Most people don't get to them spots until after 10 o'clock, maybe, when they know it's probably jumping. Now, most people, I can't speak for everybody, but most people ain't thinking about the food. When they come in there, they want that club atmosphere. Now it may not be considered a club, but people treat it like a club. They buy new outfits to come out, party and mingle. And I'm saying, so when most people come in there and pay money, or some places are free, like I'm gonna say for one club I DJ at, when people come in there, they buy their drink. I mean, the food still might be popping, but what do you know? They buy their drinks, they come straight to the dance floor. They party until 2:00. We gotta basically put them out, but that's the atmosphere we created. But technically, we in a restaurant. We in a restaurant, and you can buy food if you're hungry.
So let me ask you this: do you consider cities a club or a restaurant?
I think that's a restaurant to me. But 150 North, Jackie's, House of Soul, all of them are the seafood places. All of them are restaurants. But we know what it is after a certain time.
But you can't really you can't define it right now where we are. You cannot. It's impossible.
You can't separate.
Because all right, check this out. No, I'm gonna tell you what changed the game for me, because I've been doing it for a long time. Restaurants, clubs, whatever the case is. When when Fridays on Broad Street started charging $5 for entrance, because I was in there DJing, and they had a line
Everybody else did it.
Family restaurant or club. You can't.
Everybody was in there.
How can you charge? Hold on. How can you charge $5? Which I don't disagree with, because it is what it is. But how can you charge $5 to come into a family restaurant, no matter who you bring in, whether you bring in a child, an adolescent, whether you bring your significant other, your grandma, your auntie, just because you got DJ Mark J up there DJing up in the corner? Unfair. Society unfair.
I can tell you how.
Tell me, please.
Because they got a permit, and you see how they had a little dance floor? Henrico gave them the permission to do that.
No, never had a dance.
Not gonna do that.
We made a dance floor. And you know what? We're gonna move on, because number one, I don't want to get nobody in trouble. I know people have pushed a whole lot of buttons dealing with me and what I brought to the table, and of course y'all can attest to that. But let's
So I got a question. This is what I want to know. If a club opened up in the city of Richmond, do you think the restaurants will...
Definition, club or restaurant?
Okay,
we're talking about a serious club.
Okay.
A serious club like it used to be.
But you have to put on politics.
Huh?
Oh, go ahead. No, I said
we're talking about like we had Cherry Lounge.
No, I understand what you're saying, but what I'm saying is, if we speaking on that, who's going to really open up just a straight club when you can make money off a restaurant? I was just about to say that. There's no smart business person right now that's going to say, I'm writing you a business plan just to open a club, and I'm not going to offer any nothing that's in relation to what's going on, the people that's making money right now. If I'm a business person, I don't care how much money I got. I'm not even introducing that to you, because I want what they have. Yeah. I see what they got. They gonna offer some chicken wings, food, buffet, whatever the case. I'm gonna do the same thing. You ain't gonna be nowhere where you ain't gonna serve food. Nowadays, I don't see a club. I've never been to a club nowadays myself personally that doesn't sell food, even if you're considered a straight club. Somebody leave it, and I'm gonna speak on another club I DJ at. They don't sell food. It's a BYOB. Recently, they start cooking outside because they know it's bringing money. So I'm saying, look, I'm just keeping it real. You gotta have food to feed that.
Hold on.
Somebody will get a phone.
That's a Virginia thing only. That is a Virginia thing only. In order to sell alcohol, you have to sell a certain amount of food. That is a Virginia law only.
Correct.
Yeah, but we're not talking about that. That's for the owners and all that. We're talking about us as the entertainment world, and the people who come to see us and what they think about the nightlife. We're not gonna get off subject. Let's keep it on subject. The nightlife. We're gonna talk about
the nightlife sucks here. How you have a downtown
nightlife?
Okay.
We don't.
How you have a downtown and nothing's downtown?
But see, these are the people that's buying it up. These are the people that's buying it up. If we have the money to go do it and treat it the way you want it to be treated, like we don't. I mean, I can't speak for y'all. I don't DJ nowhere downtown. That's not my area, because I know that's for them 21 and up. Maybe 18.
No, we're talking about Broad Street. Our downtown Broad Street has no light life. You go down there right now, it's tumbleweeds and street lights.
but you know what? I disagree.
Because Cavalier closed. Once Cavalier closed, it went downhill.
But I disagree.
Thank you, Mark J.
But look, honestly, we don't experience everything that everybody else does. Now, I hate to say it, and I'm not going to try to say this a race thing. White people out there partying right now, having a great time. Everybody party different.
They brought it
White
down.
people, they can go up and down. I see all these little pubs and everything. They having the ball right now, Monday through Sunday.
Well, I think because and I'm going to say we, and I'd still hold a little bit of responsibility to it. We're greedy when it comes to quality opposed to quantity.
Yes.
It's a huge difference, and that's what in my own business, how I like to project myself and the product I like to put out. I like to put out quality. So that's when, of course, we can get to all the pay and all this other good stuff. But when you hire, especially I selected you guys on here because y'all delivering quality products. It ain't about the quantity. We have a DJ business as well as delivering a good product. So I think that's out of, I don't even want to take it there. I don't even want to take it there. But we're gonna go to the next subject though, because I ain't messing with y'all all night. You know what I'm saying? we not messing with y'all all night. We at the club. Ain't nobody got no free chicken wings. We going to the next subject.
Okay.
All right, now this is one that Ron C brought up. They kind of, I'm gonna say, sparked a little bit. Woody, I want to say sparked a little bit. He gets put out there, okay, and it's interesting. The topic is when you go to a club or restaurant or lounge. What did you look for out of a DJ and MC in order to be entertained? Now, I want people that are listening to that question, I want y'all to chime in heavy because I'm going to post you guys comments because us as entertainers, I want to know. I think I know, but I'm constantly learning every day. I want to educate and I want to be educated. So what do you look for when you go out to a club out of a DJ and an MC in order to be entertained? Did I say that correctly, Ron?
You're right. You said it right.
So we gonna let them what?
And I do want to elaborate on it.
Talk to me. Go.
I posted that because, and I'm sure Hamlin, you and Mark J can contest. Like, I DJ for a lot of different, not just 30 plus, but I mean, I get them Sweet 16. Sometimes I get them 21 and up, and I'm not one dimensional. Like, I can do it all.
Say it one more time. Say it one more time.
I can do it all. I can definitely do it all, and I can stand behind that.
Come on.
But the thing is, like, and Woody, me and Woody went back and forth, but like I said, it's my brothers, all love. But the thing is, I still like to know from the people who follow me or come out and follow, because you might go to a Mark, like I go to Mark J Junk and I'll be Fabulous, like I'm like, this man is incredible. Mm-hmm. Because he do something different that I'm not saying it because we want
blush.
I'm just saying, I'm not saying it because
I'm not paying you, Ron.
I'm just saying, I'm saying you throw me something. But I'm just saying, like, he do something different. And when we was talking about the out the box thing, the man blend, he'll throw something together, and I'm thinking like, but it's not messy or personal. It's like something that'll keep the crowd dancing. Mm-hmm. Like he doing this and they going crazy because they can relate to his blend, his mix. So, like, even though I feel like I'm a professional also, but I feel like I can do something like that, but I don't want to do the exact same thing. But I might go back in the lab and say, let me go and try my blend. So the thing is, like, you can jump outside the box and people not run people away. But at the same time, you got to stick to what they used to. Because the thing is, music nowadays, I hate to say it, it's garbage. It's not really music. It's just something that you can say, yummy, 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 and put it over a beat. And if it's rocking, if the beat rocking, you got a hit. Mm-hmm. But if you go back to like, and I recently, and I can speak of this one restaurant house, so I play my old school, I keep that 90s going. I played Weak in the Knees one time. I had the Thug singing. But it was at a certain part of the night when all them drinks kicked in. And I said, I'm going to try this because I seen it at G Money wedding. George Bates. I seen it. He posted something. And I seen when the DJ, whoever the DJ was, they played Weak. And I seen all the grown men in there rocking back and forth with the old lady singing the song. I said, I'm going to do that. I said, I'm going to see where these fellas at. And I had everybody at House of Soul singing Weak by SWV. So I'm saying it's not the, people rock with you when they know who you are and they know where you're going.
Fact.
And I've been in 6335 when I see him, I sit back there. I say I love music, but I sit back there and observe. And like I told K-Monte, I said, we gonna rock, but I want you to rock on something that I do personally. Like when I have me a personal point, when I get me a building, I'm gonna call you up and say, I need you to come through. So like I do a lot of stuff in the city, but if you see me trapping out, it's because I got that crowd. If you see me old school, Yeah. Now, if I got them all in there together, I might throw a trap jump with an R&B beat, and everybody, let's be happy. You know, like Woody, he never seen me blend the go-go with the R&B the other day. He came up there with Woody's like, boy, you did. He had me like, damn, Woody. Woody compliment. Woody compliment. But you know, and me and Woody go back and forth all the time. But that's my brother. Like I say, when he complimented me, that I was like, okay, Woody don't do too much. I mean, no. But I'm just saying, as DJs, MCs, entertainers in the city, the nightlife may not be what exactly everybody wanted to be. But as for a DJ, I think my following is satisfied with what I do. Now, I mean, like I said, you can't please everybody as a DJ.
You just summed it up right there. You just summed it up right there. Your following
Yeah,
is satisfied with what you do, and you're
yeah,
consistent with what you do. So they're gonna keep on being consistent with following you.
yeah.
You know, that's you can't go any other direction besides that. You know, and I was about to speak on Hammer, like for real, versus like okay, and I tell anybody right now, you drop me in the middle of the desert and you put people around me, I'm entertained. I don't care what the nationality, whether they're white, whether they're black, Puerto Rican, brown. I don't care. Grandma, grandpa, you drop me there and I'm entertaining. Now, and I challenge all the DJs that may be looking or the people that are looking that know DJs, whatever the case is, they need to be able to do that, you know. And I look for ways to get better every day. Drop somebody in the middle of the desert, put 10 people around that don't know them from Sam, any nationality, and see what happens.
But guess what? You all know how to read your crowds. You have a lot of DJs who don't know how to read your crowds. And even though you following coming there, you're going to have a couple of new people that's going to come in there for the first time as well. So let's say one night, not all of your following came in, but there's some new people that came in. You have to know how to read your crowd. If a DJ cannot read their crowd, they're going to lose the crowd every time. Even if you got it in your mind, okay, I know these people are coming, so I'm going to stick to this right here. But you look and it's about 15 or 20 people that you haven't seen before, but they didn't came up and they didn't ask for something different. You can't keep catering to who you want to be in there. You got to cater to who is actually in the club or wherever for the nightlife. So reading your crowd is very important.
Yeah.
If you can't do that, then you shouldn't be behind the DJ booth. You got to know how to read your crowd. You can't be a DJ that plays what you want to play because you like the song.
Yeah.
You got to play for your crowd. And you do it very well, Mark. You do it very well, Ron C. You play for your crowd, not what you want to hear. And you can't be all over the place. You can't jump from Buju Banton to Migos to Roberta Flack or what. I was in the spot the other night. The DJ was all over the place, and I was like, "What?" Like I was missing it. I was totally missing it. I'm like, he's missing his crowd. He's not reading his crowd. He's trying to play to see who's going to come out on the dance floor, who's going to rock to what. So he was just reaching, and I was just like this, like, gotta know how to read the crowd. That's it. Point blank. Period. No.
I agree.
What you think, Hammer?
I mean, I feel like a lot of we stuck on the post topic. So we started off talking about the post and like what makes a good DJ MC combo. And I mean, I think a lot of people have different definitions of like what that actually looks like as a good finished product. Like I know a handful of DJs that do have sets, as somebody mentioned in the comments. You got to have a set. I mean, there's go-to sets to get you out of situations. Yes, I believe. But as K Monte said, you have to read the crowd. I don't care if it's 2 or 2,000. You'll hear me say it all the time. I'll be in there with the 2 rocking.
Jumping up and down.
You'll see there sweating with 2 people. Like just because I care about music. I love music. I study music and I love people. And that's what we use as unifiers. Like I think a lot of people get caught up in the technicalities of like how I have to be a scratch DJ or a blend DJ or an old school DJ or a new school. Like you said, Ron C, there's no box for people who really know their art. And
you
that
not let those club owners, those promoters tell you what to play. You
Emotional.
you
Hey, Monte, aggressive.
Yes, yeah.
I want
so the
you to
point
stay
to my screen.
right here. You want me to stay with the 20s and 30s, but I got a whole bunch of 40s and 50s up in here. Come on, yo. You can't take care of the restaurant and the lounge and the drinks and let me do my
I
job.
agree with that.
If
Yeah, I agree with
the
that.
promoter is
I agree
smart
with
and they've hired the correct person, done their research, because the promoters, for real, we got some awesome promoters in the city, and not everyone may like their business, but they do good.
They do
They
events.
have we respect their business and how they, carry their own restaurants, clubs, lounges, whatever the case is. I
But
guess that's
and
what
you
I'll
can't
say.
tell
Yeah. She was like, yeah, I'm and Monte ready to fight somebody.
I
no,
love the energy. No, I love that. That's passion.
Yeah.
right. I get offended when I see a DJ and I know their work. I know what they got. But the daggone promoter or the owner of the club is coming and can you go back to play what I want you to play? No, we're playing for the crowd. We're playing with the crowd we got. People are not they don't want to hear what you want us to play because that crowd that you thought was coming in here didn't come in here tonight.
Mhm.
So I'm not gonna play trap music, and I got a whole bunch of 40 and 50-year-olds in the house, and you know what I'm saying, they want to hear old school, or they want to hear 90s, 2000s. I'm not gonna sit there and play 2022
Yeah.
when I know they're not rocking with 2020. They rocking with probably 2002. You
So
understand what I'm saying?
is it fair to say that if the club owners hire a versatile DJ, they don't have to come behind the DJ booth. They don't have to do whatever it is that you said they
Well,
do.
I
True.
mean, and then that also highlights the club owners. How cheap are they?
Well,
Again,
price, we
Then
ain't
it'll make you lose your job.
Yeah, yeah.
no, I'm just saying
no,
you get what you pay for. See, ain't nobody got me locked down.
I'm with you.
I
100%.
don't have anybody lock me, but I'm gonna have to. If I'm on here, I'm gonna have to tell the truth. At the end of the day, you got to understand that if you hired the right person, then let them do their job. Let them do their job. I know what you want because you wouldn't have hired me. So if you hire me, trust this crowd. If you got a question how I'm playing or what I'm playing, then that must mean that you really don't know what I do. And again,
it's lack of research.
you get what you pay for. You get what
I'm
you pay.
tired of hearing the same mixes. Some
Like I
DJs got to give up the same mixes.
I agree. I agree.
Hold on. If I can go into the club and name the next 3 songs and how you go mix it,
I agree.
I can't support you. I'm just Mark J was my first DJ ever. I said, Mark J, I don't DJ. Do what you do. And he had the bowling alley rocket.
Mhm.
I'm gonna be very honest with you. Me and Mark J, we go way, 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 way back. I just did a party with Mark J, the cycle party. And even though I know his quality of work, I know how professional he is, I know that he can do what he does, and I know he's good at what he does, he blew my mind. And I've been in this game since I was 18. He blew my mind, which made me had to go harder. Lost my voice that night. But yeah, and I love it because when you make me lose my voice, that means let's go. Let's do it. Let's go.
We had a good time.
But they're working.
The thing of it is that he knew his crowd. He played what he played. The people never came up there and told him what they wanted him to play. They never came up there and said, I need you to say this and that. Even though as a professional MC, you know there's certain things you gotta hit, you gotta say. But when you with a DJ who rocking and dancing behind the DJ booth while he playing,
Hammer.
you got a good connection. You got a good connection.
But you know,
fun,
Hammer, when we talk about DJs, as far as me going into the club, I look for creativity.
Absolutely.
Mark J, he was one of the first ones I knew who spoke on the mic and talked. Everybody else had MCs. Then I seen Hammer. I was like, oh Lord, he just Mark J times 10,000. He don't care what he say. He get out there and dance with you. He'll grab the mic and say, "Start talking." You don't even got to be an MC. He
Mhm.
give open range to everybody. But I ain't gonna call no names. But some DJs just need to pass the torch and retire, and open up for these upcoming DJs like Ron C, Hammer, Mark J, Fofo. There's so many other DJs out there.
I've been in the game for 30
You
years.
mind the music game.
Man, I'm gonna disagree with you.
But
I'm gonna disagree with you. This is why. Because number one, I am pro DJ,
Come on.
period. Now,
Mhm.
if you have a good product, I don't care how young or how old you are, if your product is still relevant, and I'll say in this city or in any other city, or your business tactics keeps you relevant, even if it's not in the clubs,
Mhm.
keep doing what you're doing.
It's your format.
I'm not passing the torch to
okay,
you,
Yeah.
so
you got to take
so
the torch from me.
Take it.
so I
Take it.
Show
got a
me.
All
question.
right.
Talk
Can I
to me.
Hold on.
Right.
So you
Right.
as a DJ saying that
Uh-huh.
now, don't you think you're conditioning people
Hmm.
to hear one style of music now?
Absolutely not.
I disagree.
Because there's no, and I'm gonna tell, and you know what, and this is one thing I will say, because I won't say too much, but number
That's
one,
why I want to get you talking.
no, I know
We're
for a
gonna
fact
talk. We're gonna do it.
I'm one of the most versatile DJs out there, period.
Yes.
Again, like I said, you drop me in the desert, and I
Mhm.
know for a fact a lot of cats, and I'm not hating on them because their product, if their product is good to
It's
where they're
true.
DJing, they're making money, that's a great thing for them. But that's not how I'm conditioned. Because number one, I have a DJ business. I'm not just a DJ. I give the whole package. I'm gonna treat you right from beginning to end. It ends with the music. It
Mhm.
ends with the
Thank
music.
you.
The execution is the music. But after I get you situated, customer service you to death to make sure and you're confident in me, and then we execute the product, I'm performing for everybody that's in that venue. That's what they see. They're going through the same process, and we do it all over again. So it's more than just the buttons on that Rain One controller, on that Rev 7. It's a whole product. And I guarantee you, and hit me up if you want to in my inbox. I know 50% or more are not doing the things that I do within my process to get you situated. I'm saying my
I
piece.
I agree.
I want to make a point also, and I know people feel differently about this. A lot of new and upcoming DJs don't know much about techniques, so if they don't know how to work the techniques, it's okay.
So I
Because
got a question. Hold on.
hold
So
Damn.
this is what I'm at. Who have you taken underneath your wing to teach them the technique?
I got a whole making moves entertainment. I got 3 DJs under me that's in training right now.
Okay, there you go. But the DJs before you, who
That's the
took you underneath
problem.
that wing? So
Well, I mean,
like this.
hold on. I'm gonna ask you a question. I have a passion for music, so I was gonna learn one way or another because that's
That's
in me.
you.
It's in me.
But
Talking holistically here.
Yeah.
yeah, we're talking holistically. Like you said, you have DJs that's underneath you can say, hey, I don't think you should do that because this, and you're not going to be upset about it. But the DJs before you, who have they taken the opportunity for to say, hey, I want you to open it for me without getting jealous or without getting upset because you out DJing them.
I think that's it.
It's not no, you can't
Mm.
out if
So
you
Yeah.
can't out a professor. Say for instance, Hammer calls me and says, I need you to open up for me. I know how to open.
Yeah.
I'm
You
not gonna
should.
try to crush
but
every
but
mainstream song because
Yeah.
ain't
Because
nobody in there.
yeah.
I'm not gonna do that. But everybody does not know that. So when you
Yeah.
saying
Exactly.
take DJs under your wing, the younger DJs, say for instance, and you can add I would we're not gonna name drop. I'm
No,
not,
yeah,
we're not
but
gonna go there.
some
Woody.
it's a
So we
couple
know
of
what we're
people.
talking about.
No, there's a
Yeah.
couple of DJs for real that of course I'm transparent when it comes to what we do. And I told them, gave them the honor, say you're not doing this correctly. You should do this, blah, blah, blah. And they get mad because I wouldn't allow them to do certain things for me.
Yeah.
Now I have intimate conversations with a couple of those same people. It was like, you know what? I should have listened, because I can help you more than I can hurt you all day. I don't even want to hurt nobody. People, the haters that I know haters, I still want to help them because it doesn't matter to me because they're not gonna hurt what I'm doing.
Right.
But and to your point, there's a lot of people that you can't call and get the recommendations, ask the questions, or the music. They act like you can't go out here
yeah.
and get the same. There's a lot of cats out there like that, respect given to them all, but there's a lot of people like that. And they tell me, I don't care because I'm gonna get it regardless, and it's not affecting my personal grind.
Mark, let me ask you. You love music as well, correct?
I can't stand music.
You can't stand Emma. You love music as well, right?
Passion.
All right. So a lot of these new school DJs, they not in it because they love the music. They in it because they love the money and the attention from the chicks. Or the chicks. I'll say mainly chicks. They love it. So they're not doing it because they love it. They love everything opposite of what DJing is about. You gotta love the music.
Not
if you
really.
love the music, then you gotta love the fact of wanting to know more and improving and growing. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I have a problem with when I'm working with a DJ, and I can definitely tell it's not about the skill set. Yeah. It's about what you gonna pay, and you did a piss poor job, and you don't care.
Young DJs do it for a whole lot of other reasons, and I ain't hating on them.
I gotta throw a little hate there.
We're talking about the ones that's in it.
I throw a little hate there.
No, listen, I'm gonna tell you something. No,
they control.
Wait a minute. Well, you know what? My girl already told, because I done told her the story. It's a certain point, no matter how good you are as a DJ in your life, when you are a DJ, that it's a gap where you are buck wild because you're getting the attention. And straight up, no, that's real talk, because you are getting so much attention, and you're getting a lot. You're getting a lot.
It's a lot of perks that come behind that.
A lot of perks that come behind DJ.
A lot of benefits.
A lot of benefits.
That's the benefit of it. I'm about the hunger, the love.
Oh yeah,
that's feeling of why you want to be a DJ.
Well, that's why you continue to be a DJ, I think.
So if you can't tell me why, well, I like this. It's hard going to a 9 to 5. I can energy. And yes, you are blocking good DJs from getting
gatekeepers
in the slot where they.
But you know what? I want to make this statement. Like, I've been in Richmond for about 13 years now. I grind because I came in playing in a couple hole in the walls. I got DJs to this day, but like, I've been DJing all these years, and I was hungry. I knew my skill set. I knew what I was worth. And I had DJs coming to me like, man, who was you? Like, when I first started, I was at Glenn's. Y'all know a lot of y'all remember Glenn's. I was at Glenn's in a hole in the wall. Mm-hmm. But I had Jackson Ward walking around the corner like it's a fat bald-head black dude playing music. He jamming. They didn't even know my name. I was just a big black bald-head dude. So when it wasn't DJ Ron C then, they were big black bald-head. So I came until I got recognized. I got my recognition from Jackson Ward, shout out to Jackson Ward, to them telling people, to other DJs coming to see me. I met Mark J. I met, Storm, I met all the DJs, and then my invites start coming. Like, come do this. We'll open up for this. I'm like, shoot, open up for who? Drake, Stormin, Lonnie. So I'm like, these people just like legends in the city. And other places too. So I'm like, if I get a chance to do this, why can't these other guys, that been here years, be on that same platform? But my hunger was just different.
And that's what it's about, your hunger and your passion.
Yeah.
And you show up with every song that you play. You show up with every blend that you do, every transition that you do. You're going to make sure that you're going to perfect that. You're going to make sure, and nobody's perfect. Everybody makes a mistake. I didn't say a wrong word here or there. There's been a glitch with the situation with the equipment or something could have happened. But at the end of the day, it's about professionalism. It's about loving what you do. And when you love what you do, you always give it more than 100%. And there's a lot of people, again, out here who've gotten into DJing for the wrong reasons. And when you realize that you are not true to the game, and when you realize club promoters or owners who are not true to wanting their people, their clientele to enjoy themselves, they're just throwing somebody on and paying them $50 for the night. What in the world? Like,
how much do you love your business that enough to say, okay, but this is what I'm gonna give y'all. That's just
If
like me
somebody
coming
get
up
it,
there
they getting
and
it done for
somebody hiring me
I'll
to
pay
be
them
on the
too.
mic and I don't say nothing but 2 words. Come on,
Yeah.
bro. You gotta love what you do.
Then you just can't put any MC with any DJ also.
No, you
Like,
cannot.
Should be.
I gotta put another respect out there for a lot of MCs I've worked with. I even have my own MC, y'all know being on MC, but Bino is not the MC I would use for every event.
Right.
Because Bino is more of the hype, let's get him the trapper, but I'm not gonna take him to satellite Sundays. I mean, he can do it, but I mean, I know we're more his lane that, so that's where we keep it at. But then, we got other MCs who's that 40 plus crowd or whatever, who could, for example, and I have to say this, Mr. Willis, you know, Mr. Willis, Charles Willis, he's my MC on Sunday, but it's about interaction, mingling with the people. Sometimes if you could create a comfort zone for people, then they more relaxed than on edge. So if people can come in and be comfortable with, like him speaking, to them on the mic and stuff like that, because sometimes MCs might call you out. I mean, in a respectful way, but hey, Cheryl or something like that, but it's all like Hammer. Hammer might talk in the mic and have a good time, and nobody feeling threatened, or like it's not like so it's like it's all in the comfort of the DJ and the MC. Yeah, everything together. Your DJ and your MC, for one, they gotta click together. Then they got to make everybody else feel like, we all one.
Family reunion, man.
Yeah. So, Mark, J,
No, I'm looking at these comments. But it's funny. No, you saying good stuff, man. And you know your product. You know who to hire for your weddings, who to hire for your clubs, your sweet 16s and stuff like that. So but that comes with time, comes with experience, and you know just market it appropriately and just be able to deliver. Because if you ain't delivering, I don't care how many times you get hired. If you're not delivering, you're gonna lose clientele more so that you're gonna gain clientele.
Yeah.
And Flavor, and I don't know if he got this or this was original, but a long time ago he put a post up. He'd rather be booked than popular.
That part.
There's a difference.
Yeah.
Sometimes they do
Flavor,
come hand in
Flavor,
hand,
my
but
man. Flavor,
yeah.
my man.
So
I've had the pleasure of working with most of the DJs in this city, not all, but most of them who I can accredit and call a DJ. Flavor and I did Cherry Lounge back in the day, and when
man.
we did the Cherry Lounge back in the day. So me and Flavor, like I can't sit here and say that I haven't emceed for any DJ that is probably known as a legend here in Richmond.
Yeah.
But I also feel like, again, when I tell you that I have met some incredible guys and females who can DJ, who never had the chance of being on radio, who can still stack as high as they do. So, like when I look at a DJ and their mentality as far as the professionalism, like with Mark J, he has a DJ business. So even though he goes out there and he can get hoodish, woodish, with it, at the end of the day, he can turn around and he knows how to crunch those numbers. He knows how to take care of the business end of it. And that's the thing of evolving yourself as a DJ, because when you evolve, you're evolving yourself to make more money, make more business, and your passion grows even more, because now you're stepping out on foreign territory where you're saying, okay, now I'm not just gonna do the entertainment or be the entertainment. I'm gonna do it as well. I'm gonna get other DJs out here and do it. So I think there is a large population of DJs out here who are closed-minded and think that if you give somebody a chance, or if you open the door just a little bit for them, that they're gonna come flooding through. See, respect is respect, and you gotta earn respect. You don't just take it, and that's the mentality of our new generation now. They don't know nothing about earning respect. That's why I have a problem with you if you don't know your history of DJing.
But the thing about it is, in today's world, as we've evolved,
DJ every time I said, who was the first DJ that won the DJ for DJ of the year for Techniques? Who's the first DJ? And they'll sit there and look at me and like, do you know anything about the DMC DJ finals? You know anything about that? Like
I will question because I want to see how far you go with what you love, what you do.
Does that mean that they can't? Hold on, being that they don't know that, does that mean they can't rock a club?
No, you can't rock. If you can't rock a club, if you can't rock a backyard barbecue, okay.
No, because if they don't know the first DJ that won the DMC battle, does that mean they can't rock a club?
I feel like if you don't know your history, then you don't know your future.
You ain't gonna be giving me no pop quizzes if I.
I'm a quiz. Don't worry about it, K Monte.
Who was the first DJ who won that?
Hi, Dan.
No,
And for everybody who doesn't know, it was DJ Cash Money from Philly.
No, you talking about around the corner Cash Money? No, sir.
Wait a minute.
Now you playing.
But we gonna.
Oh wow!
Y'all gotta realize. Hold on. K Monte used to rock Stone Soul with 10,000 plus by herself as the only woman MC on stage with net and foot holding it down. So I gotta give her some respect.
And
while
we respecting you right now,
yeah.
I want you to tell everyone about who you are as I post your information on the screen, because we're gonna get to all of that. But I'm gonna do this for everybody. But being that I have all of your info, because if anybody wants to contact K Monte, tell them about you. You tell them. I ain't telling them. You tell them.
K Monte's been rocking since I was 18 years old. I started off at Virginia State, 1990 with WVST. Before I was K Monte, I was Keisha B. I had a terrible list, so I was Keisha B on WVST 91.3. All right. I would never let anybody hear my first air check. I evolved and I went out on the road. I sing background. Went out on the road. It came back. My mom was sick. LaDonna Monet and Reggie B. They got me in on Power 6 months before my mom died. And when my mom died, I just kind of took all of that grief and frustration and I just funneled it into my brand. Before I was K Monte, big, beautiful, and definitely loving it. As we all know, some big girls, big people, period, they don't get that respect. So I had to take my brand and smear it in their face and say, okay, I'm a big girl, but guess what? I'm loving it. And I know you're gonna love it. So it was nothing that you could call me and say, you are fat. Okay, yeah, I own that. I'm a fat girl. Can you own that you a dumb dude? Okay, let's go. See, I always been that let's go mentality. So I had to kind of put it in existence as far as speaking my truth. And that's what I do. I love what I do. I love music, not only being a singer, but also doing radio. But I went ahead and said, okay, well, I can DJ as well, but I'm not a great DJ. So let me go with my strong suit, which is communication. So at the end of the day, I just appreciate everyone who has followed me. I appreciate Woody. Woody was one of my first people. One of my first people that I actually I guess I can say who actually supported K Monte. One of my first. I think I got a couple of other ones that's on the chat right now. Ronisha, one of my first listeners. So I go hard in the paint. I don't care if I'm up against a dude or not. I do what I do. I give thanks to Big Nat. He's the one who taught me how to command a mic. So, he taught me how to command my mic. And he always taught me, never give your mic away. Never give your mic away. So at the end of the day, I'm just one of those girls. I like to party. I like to see people have a good time. I took that up north. I went to Philly, Baltimore, and Delaware market. I was on in 2 top 10 markets at the same time. Philly, which was number 5 at that time, and Baltimore, which was number 8. And I was in the middle in Delaware. So you could hear me from DC going up the New Jersey Turnpike. I'm proud of that. I'm proud of that. I'm proud for everything that I fought for as far as my respect. A lot of people may say I was very defensive, but when you're a big girl and you in another world and you think people you got to have a strong sense of who you are and you got to know what you're doing and how to do it. So that's who K Monte is. I'm not on radio anymore. I'm a 2-time cancer survivor. I came back home. I'm trying to make my marks, back in the city. I shouldn't have to work this hard, but I am. But guess what? It's okay. It's all right, because guess what? I'm built like a Ford truck. I'm made for this. I do this. This is what I do. So whether you know me or you don't know me or you don't remember me or you say, well, I have never, history is all my history is written down. First female in Radio 1 history to have an all-female mix show. Rest in peace to my DJ Peaches. Shout out to Lil Nikki and Tina Marie. So I've always been that one that pushed the barrier. And I always, I'm the one that I consider myself an underdog. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with being the underdog, because guess what? The underdog is the one who's going to win. So with all my DJs that's on this platform right now, who hasn't worked with me, I haven't officially worked with Hammer. I haven't officially worked with Ron C, but y'all know what I do. And so I just put it out there to everyone. Thank you for supporting me. Continue to support me. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram at the K Monte Show, and the A has the accent of goo over it. Twitter is just the K Monte Show, TheKmontashow. I want to really put it out there real quick. The reason why I love music and radio so much is the Z-Rock crew. El Bravador, MC Fresh, Sir RJ. He came on a little later, but at the end of the day, he's still a part of the Z-Rock crew. That's the reason why I love radio. That's the reason why I go hard. That's the reason why I do what I do, because I looked at those people as mentors. I remember laying on the floor with my tape deck ready for the show, ready for the Z-Rock crew. And now I can look and my mentor is telling me how proud he is of me. So I don't take anything for granted. And I'm just a hard worker and I love what I do. So if you need a host, the hostess with the mostest, yes, I'm the original hostess with the mostest. So we're going to put that on out there too. Okay. You need a host, call me, hit me up. mzmz.kmonta@gmail.com. I'm here. Let's go.
Now you're like shout out to K Monte. Because but it'd be like, all right.
Thank you, Woody.
Give y'all 2 minutes.
That go 2 minutes?
No, seriously. First and foremost, thank you for coming and sharing your knowledge, your energy. And number one, just meeting the guys. I'm sure you will be working with them in the near future in some capacity.
I know them boys.
Capacity. Right. Now, as we filter on through, I got my man, my mellow, DJ Hammer. Please tell the people, all the followers, the listeners, the lookers, for the people that are looking live and also the people that will be looking on the replay, tell them a little something about DJ Hammer.
Yeah, man. So been DJing for almost 12 years now. So started college, started going out there, dragging the case around the campus, DJing at parties, getting paid. Rookie style. Dragging it till the wheels turned to blocks, man. Like, did the same thing when I got to Richmond. As Ron C said, like when we got here, it wasn't like we had just a door that was open. It was going out here and finding the spaces that were looking for somebody to DJ that they didn't know, somebody that just wanted an opportunity to rock. And I mean, for me, that was a big deal. Shout out DJ Chuck Stone, shout out DJ High Octane, the people that opened the door for me to even get in certain spaces that I'm into this day, since I've been in Richmond. I've only been in Richmond for 7 years, so when I got here, I had to rebrand everything. So, and a lot of that came from, going out there and doing the line dances and cutting up with people, running into the Woodies at the club, just cutting up the house in Baltimore club music when other people weren't rocking with it, even though it was something that I felt energy-wise that we needed to do. You know what I mean? It's just, as K Monte said, there's certain situations where people try to, cultivate your sound, and you came into the game with that sound. So all that being said, I've been at the Retirees Club. I've done Just Crab. I've done Ocean Crab. I've done First Fridays. We've done Satellite. We've done a whole lot of things. And, for me, it's about the people. It'll never not be about the people. The music is something that I study because it reaches and unifies people. And I think that's what we need a lot of. I mean, I hear a lot of the people want to go to this space and this space. My job is to bring back what we had pre-COVID, and that's the family reunions, that's the cookout. That's my vibe. You know what I mean? Not saying that we don't turn up, we don't trap it out, but there's a time and a place. You know what I mean? So for anybody that's watching that knows me, doesn't know me, you're gonna party. We gonna party. I don't care who's in there. We just gonna party. K Monte, no Ron C, you know Mark J, Woody. We've been rocking this place for a while, and we ain't got no plans on stopping. At least I don't. You know what I mean? Regardless, doors open or holding windows closed, we gonna rock. And that's my piece. I'm the people's DJ. You call it what you want.
You dance harder than anybody out on the floor behind you. I want to throw that in there.
Hey,
no, hold on. Pause for a second. You got to look at this man's videos on his Facebook page. He dances harder than anybody on the floor behind the ones and the twos.
How can I expect to bring dancing back, as we were just talking about, to the spaces we're at if I'm not willing to put myself out there and dance with the people? I'm not better than anybody. 100. I'm just the guy cultivating the sound for us to party to. And when you do that, I believe that the platform and the stages, there's no shortage of how small or how big they'll be. I just got back from St. Lucia on a vacation, not to DJ, and wound up rocking a deck party internationally 48 hours ago. You know, and it's just because you're ready for the opportunity. You put out the energy you want back. You help people. You get what you want back. That's just how it is. That's how it's going to work, and that's what's going to continue to shape the sound of this area.
For shizzle. That's DJ Home right there. That's DJ Home. Let me see, you run to okay. You all right. Yeah. Now moving down the line. My man, my mellow, the black ball head dude, as they call him, Ron C.
What's up?
All the listeners, all the people looking live, looking on the replay, tell them a little bit about yourself, what you got going on.
Well, I'm DJ Ron C. I'm in the city Wednesday through Sunday, somewhere DJing. So, I mean, Wednesday night, y'all can catch me at Bike Night at Satellite. With Thursdays, I'm free right now. Friday night, I'm at the Railroad Club. Saturday nights, I'm at 150 North, and Sunday nights, I'm also at the Satellite. I've been DJing in Richmond for about 13 years now. I'm originally from Baltimore. My passion, my love, my first music that I gravitate to is Baltimore club music. I'm you know, that's my everything. But you know, I love all genres of music. I can do it all, and I mean, if you don't think I can, put me to the test, but I can do it all. And I take on any challenge. But I will say, in the DJ world, with me, all money is not good money. So I just don't jump out there and take on a gig because it's money involved. All money ain't good money, so I do weigh my options. I learned that from Mark J. But through the times I've been DJing, I've met a lot of great fellas, a lot of great DJs. That's why I consider y'all my brothers, my sisters, it's MCs, everything. I met a lot of great people, and I have got a lot of great responses from the city since I've been DJing here. And I just like to show my appreciation, is tell y'all thank you, and we gonna do this till I can't do it no more. And this panel that we have up here now, that we in the stuff that we spoke about, it needs to be more stuff like this. You know what I'm saying? People need to get together and discuss, maybe the good and the bad, but at the same time, we can't resolve it all ourselves, but we can speak on it and do something within ourselves, to help better things. But at the same time, as me doing what I do, I'm gonna keep making my followers dance and party, and hope to hook up with my fellow DJs, and we can all get together and do something. It's about a community. But like I say, we this is much needed, you know what I'm saying? But I am DJ Ron C. Y'all can catch me in the city. Y'all can book me. All my stuff is right there on the screen. Y'all can book me, when I got some availabilities, and I'll see y'all throughout the weekend.
Ron C.
that was good. I like that, Ron. Thank
I
you for giving the
appreciate you,
people
bro.
that information and all that good stuff.
That's
Next
it.
up, now before I don't know if everybody on here knows about Woody because he be in the club and he don't stop dancing. I'm like, I think I lose about 3 pounds every time I see you in the club. I know I'd lose about 3 pounds, but I'm gonna let you say what you gotta say to the people. Please let them know about your nonprofit and all the other good stuff what you got going on. Talk to me, Woody.
Hold on, why you lose 3 pounds? Number one, that's the first question.
I'm
Well,
not
what did
even
I used to lose
dancing.
5? What the
Watch
world?
it, watching you.
Shit, you don't stop. I just saw them old videos. I swear for cheese. I wish I had them.
So I'm dancing Woody. Man, who gave you that name? K Monte, Big Nat, Foot. It goes back to, oh man, Stone Soul. Well, way before that, way before Stone Soul, when I had to be at, I wasn't even working for the station. I was at Gold Bowl, Second Street Festival, all the promos. K Monte probably remember Shawn Michael. Shawn Michael used to call me, Woody, we going into the hood. We need you. Let's roll. They used to come pick me up in the Hummer. They don't know nothing about there ain't no more street teams with the station. That's
They
when it used to be fun.
It's not like it was.
Yeah. So, oh man, K Monte and Big Net and Foot, it was a dead at Stone. So I think it was 2009, 2010, when Dougie Fresh and DJ Cool was dead. They said, Woody, get up here and we want you to battle A-Town. Oh man, in front of how many? 20,000 people? And it just took off from there. And then that's when everybody started calling me Dancing Woody. And then I started meeting Mark J. And I said, Mark J, I'm ready to start a nonprofit. I want you to do my bowling event. The Redskins, we had the Redskins players there. Then I met next? Hammer?
Probably.
No, I met Ron C. Ron C, I support all the DJs. They pop up, they know I'm a dance. As long as you play music I can dance to, I'm gonna get a woman on the floor and everybody else go follow. I
What
might
do
say,
you
hey,
not dance to? That's what I want to know. What don't you dance to?
trap music. Trap music. I will leave your club for trap music. I will disappear on trap music. I can't be bumping up against another dude.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh.
No,
I ain't never seen you not dance, bro.
I walk off on trap music fast. That ain't my thing. But then, on a serious note, back in 2013, I donated my kidney to my little cousin. Then I said, I'm gonna continue to dance to stay alive. Like most people don't know, I have one kidney. So they think I'm just dancing just to dance. But if I don't keep that one kidney functioning, it will at the end of the day it will stop working. So with that, I started the nonprofit to help people, help youth, help families in need. Most people don't even know what I do behind the scene. Behind the scene, when the news stations call me at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning because somebody's house burned down and I got to put them in a hotel, or they need housing, or they need clothes. I don't even tell people that side. It's too much. Then people think you do it for publicity. Oh man. So up to date, as y'all know, I still have the Woody Foundation. I don't work with Mark J. Hammer. I always tell you I'm gonna work with you. Ron C, you know we got something coming, Ron. It's on the books. K Monte, I ain't forget about you. Look how she looking. I got you. I just don't want to, with the nonprofit, I can go anywhere in the world. I don't want to continue using the same DJs. They get boring. The music get boring. It get lame. You don't get the crowd excitement like when you used to have it, because they're getting booked everywhere. Mm-hmm. So now you have a lot of people with a dead atmosphere. That's the craziest thing I've seen. I seen a video with the satellite. It was packed, but nobody won't dancing. How is that possible? So, as I know, I'm gonna work with all y'all. I ain't hard to find. Y'all can always tap me on the shoulder with it. This what I need. If I got it, I'm gonna give it. And I love you, Ron C. Even though we go head to head, I'm gonna get on that comment. You shouldn't have never deleted the post.
Yeah, we were doing too much.
Everybody wanted the post.
I know we were doing too much though.
It wasn't too much. It's called community healthy conversations.
Yeah, true.
That's when you get everybody's opinion. and you perfect your own talent and your own agenda.
But that's why I
People might say, "What do
clarified.
you dance too much?" I
That's
don't
why I
care that they
clarified.
say I dance too much, huh?
Yeah. That's why I clarified that we wasn't beefing you, my brother. It
Up
was a
front.
good conversation. Yeah. So I didn't want nobody to think that we was going at each other
Other
beefing.
business move, Ron. See, I see you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I see you, buddy, dog.
You gonna have
That
you
dig.
gotta, you
Look
gotta
at-
make ripples sometimes to let somebody know. I mean, everybody. I'm not gonna co-sign on something that I don't believe in.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if you're not mature enough to understand that your opinion is your opinion, my opinion is my opinion, and we can both have our opinions and still live in this world and be, be very, very respectful to one another. It's all good.
Yeah.
Bring it back up.
I like
constructive
you
conversation. It was constructive
healthy
conversation.
conversation. Yeah.
And a lot of people chimed in that that I'm glad because again, us as entertainers, we want that. We want to know. We want to know the positive. We want to know the negative. We don't know what we are doing good or what we're not doing good. Because if you're not constantly trying to learn, then you're not doing yourself a justice. I'm sorry, we cut in front of you. Are you done? Are you done?
No, go ahead, Mark J.
I mean, when we done been on here for a clean hour and a half. First and foremost, the
Good
panel that I have up.
Good God, he wrote a book.
Right.
No,
You know he was gonna write a book.
Hey,
a lot of stuff.
No, no, you
I got
should
a
have
lot
just
of
dropped your
stuff, bro.
email and your Facebook and Instagram. That's it. He dropped all the pro.
I said, no, listen,
no.
listen, give me-
Put the links.
yeah, I said, put every link associated with you.
Come on, Mark J. Come on, Mark J. You bought your whole portfolio like you Don Juan or somebody.
That's
There is
most.
more. Then, all right, now, first, I want to sincerely thank.
Go.
Number one, I want to start out by thanking the people that chimed in, the people that commented, whether they be entertainers, whether they be advocates for the city, or even if you got some haters that just didn't want to chime in, and we know y'all watching outside, y'all just don't want to give us that look. We appreciate y'all too, because without haters, that means you're not successful. So
That's
we
right.
appreciate all of y'all.
Preach.
Facts. Okay, now y'all know, I mean, number one, DJ Mark J. Now I'm gonna give everybody the shortcut. That first link that takes you everywhere. That gives you my Instagrams, both Instagrams. It gives you my Facebook. It gives you how to book me if you decide you want to book me. Or this is not even about me. Matter of fact, I'm gonna just take this down because y'all can look at this in the comments. This is about everybody. Number one, if we get a hot topic like y'all had created this week, I'm gonna get on here and I'm gonna talk about it. We're not gonna throw no negativity. We're gonna educate and we're gonna get educated and we're gonna make it fun, just like you individuals have done. Again, I do have a DJ company. I have a whole team of DJs, and all of them are not on here. So I will be inviting them to chime in. Then again, people, I mean, if y'all skating on camera, okay, but I'm gonna try to get people involved. So we just gonna have a lot of fun. It's DJ's Talk. It's DJ Mark J. If y'all looking on the replay, please look at all the information in the comments on everyone that we have on this panel. It's all their Instagrams. Follow them, like them. We do follow back, just to keep it going. So y'all can see what's going on. Richmond again has been good to everyone on here. I know it's been good to me, so I ain't mad at Richmond at all. I love Richmond. Thank y'all. And thank the people that are on this panel. And it's 10:30. So when the contract says 10:30, we are playing slow music. We playing Tevin Campbell. Can we talk? We getting y'all off the club. And right now, I think it's about that time.
Shout out to everybody on the chat, y'all. Shout out to
Shout out there.